I want to see Connor McDavid become the first $200 million NHL player. But that can't happen unless a couple other things happen. So I just want to lay some groundwork for you.
Okay.
So first, the only way for them to pay their players more is, one, get a more expensive TV deal, because their TV deal is only, it's $5.2 billion. And compared to the NBA, that's $79 billion.
Yep.
MLB is $12 billion. I'm going to get into that because I'm going to be really comparing it. I'm going to be making a strong case for hockey to be playing in the MLB season instead of during basketball season because there's too much competition. In 2023, the MLB had 329 billion minutes viewed, while the NHL had 181 billion. That seems like a lot, but it's really not, because Major League Baseball plays 162 games. NHL plays 50% of that, and they're barely ahead of them. So I really do think if hockey were to get more, they would get more contracts, TV money. Yeah. They would also be able to pay their players more.
For sure.
And more people will be watching it. Like, I just think it's just stupid to compete with the NBA, who has 289 billion minutes viewed, and they're one of the highest rating sports going on, and you're competing with NFL football. So do you think it's a good idea for the NHL to move their season during the MLB season?
I think if you look at it from like a business standpoint, 100%. Like, you're definitely going to make more money in the summers because there's not that many sports going on. Sure, you have like the Olympics this year, which gets watched a bunch, but that's only every 4 years. So I think from a business standpoint, it would be a great move for them to move to the summer months. But I think from like a fan's perspective and all of that, I think you can't really move that kind of sport that's played on ice. Like, it's supposed to be cold and everything. I don't feel like you can't move that season away from the winter months, because I feel like it just doesn't have that feel to it, where there's like, there's snow outside and everything. Like, I don't know. I just can't.
But you're inside anyways. You're in a stadium, so it doesn't really matter.
I know, but I still think you can't get that like feel for it. And you also can't have the outdoor games, or you could like during the off season, but no NHL player wants to play games during their off season.
So I've actually got a proposal on that. I knew you were going to bring that up. So I think the Winter Classic, instead of it being during the regular season, should be during the preseason, because MLB spring training happens during the end of February and March, which are 2 winter months. So you can still have the Winter Classic.
Yeah.
You can just have it as a preseason game, just like the NFL does a Hall of Fame game. It's the same thing. I think a lot of people would watch that, and it would get people hyped up for the NHL season, because they'd be like, oh, they're outside. That's a preseason game. I want to see more hockey. I mean, yeah, that's what I think.
I can see that for sure, but I can't get behind the playing in the summer. I feel like you have to play hockey in the winter time. Like, it's the whole, like, that's how the sport started. Played on ponds, and you can only play on a pond when it's cold out. So like, I feel like you can't really move it. The history behind it dates back way further than basketball or the NFL, and I don't think you can really change that from like a fan's perspective or a player's perspective, because I like playing in the wintertime. I like when it's cold out and I go into the rink and it's still cold out when I leave. I think it just kind of changes the whole dynamic of the sport completely.
I mean, it definitely does, but I think, in my opinion, as a sports fan, I have nothing to watch during the summer.
Yeah.
And I would be locked into hockey. If it's going on during the summertime where I only have baseball to watch, I'm dialed. Yeah. I'm completely dialed, and I'm telling you, more people are going to be watching hockey, and it's going to make more money.
Yeah, for sure. I think it would definitely make a lot more money. But I was just going back to the same point. I don't like it.
So you're stuck on the tradition, basically. Like, you want it to happen during winter.
I feel like you have to keep the tradition alive, because it's such an old sport, and I feel like you can't take that away from them. Just because, like, you could make the same argument for basketball. They're inside too. Why can't they play in the summer? Same thing for football. Like, their sport hasn't been playing as long as hockey has been playing.
But hold on, football is the biggest sport in America, so it doesn't matter when they play. People are going to watch regardless.
I understand that, yeah.
NBA, I maybe, but NBA is competing with the NHL. NHL competing with baseball is just easier for them, in my opinion. It's not a market that you can tap into easy with NBA fans, because I'm a huge NBA fan. I'm telling you right now, I ain't turning on no NBA game for an NHL game. That's probably why I don't watch hockey as much during the regular season as I should.
Yeah, for sure. But I can't get past that.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. I'm from another world, baby, yeah. Broadway paradise. They think I'm way too cold, cause I put my heart up on ice.